be seated. Class of 2025. Family and friends, welcome. Let us mark this auspicious occasion first with the land acknowledgement. The campuses of Wake Forest University School of Medicine and Winston-Salem reside on the ancestral lands of the Tutelo, Occaneechi, and Kiowa nations. Additionally, we recognize that North Carolina is currently home to at least 10 other indigenous tribes. We enter this time together in Wake Chapel with respect and reverence for this land and remain appreciative of that as we continue our event this evening. Invocation. Dear graduating class, may the spirit that awakens us to love and compassion be with you today, and may it be also with all the witnesses here as we mark your dedication to serve others through the practice of medicine. You have received the support and the instruction of so many from those in your personal lives, your peers, the medical education faculty and staff, and the countless teachers from your very, very earliest days, perhaps even all the way back to the people who taught you how to read and your alphabet. I invite you now at this moment to send them a silent prayer of gratitude. So tonight, all of us here join you in solidarity and joyfully bear witness to this significant milestone in your education and career.
Welcome, everybody. Time to get going, huh? Graduates, friends, loved ones, faculty, staff, people online, thank you for coming together to celebrate the class of 2025 hooding and graduation ceremony. My name is Sarah Garvick. I'm the Associate Program Director, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this special occasion. To quote Kathy Shaw, who I know is going to repeat this later, what an exciting day! Truly, this is one of my favorite days of the year, and just seeing the joy and the accomplishment on everyone's faces, it just never gets old. First, to the families, friends, mentors, thank you for your unwavering support, your guidance, and your belief in these future healthcare leaders. To our graduates, your journey has been one of perseverance, compassion, and countless hours of studying and clinical hours. You've faced challenges head-on, and you've emerged even stronger for it. You are ready to make a difference. You've survived exam weeks that felt like marathons with no finish line. You've probably practiced physical exam on anybody who would let you, including friends, family, maybe even your neighbors or your dog. You've competed in ultrasound competitions. You've volunteered in the communities. You've advocated for the PA profession, endured long clinical hours, jumping from rotation to rotation every 4 weeks, and ultimately mastered the art of functioning on caffeine and clinical reasoning. Class of 2025, you've faced the rigor of one of the nation's top PA programs, Wake Forest. You've come out stronger, wiser, and maybe just a little more suspicious of acronyms like RAPS, PACRAT, or the infamous SPA. But through it all, you've grown into compassionate, knowledgeable providers, and you are ready to step into the world, serve with purpose, with skill, and with empathy. Congratulations, we are so proud of you, and we cannot wait to see the impact that you will have. Welcome, and let's celebrate. Now I'd like to introduce and welcome to the stage the Dean of the Wake Forest University School of Medicine, Chief Science Officer, Vice Chief Academic Officer for Advocate Health, and a very strong advocate for PAs, Dr. Ebony Boulware.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, families, friends, faculty, and most importantly, welcome to the phenomenal class of 2025. Yeah, woo, woo, raise the roof. First, before I even get into my formal remarks, I just have to say how amazing you guys look. So I need to take a photo. So first, class, stand up. I'm going to take a photo of you. Okay, now as you're standing, I want you to turn around and clap for all your families and friends that are here. Okay, now you may be seated. Thank you. So, class of 2025 and families, friends, and loved ones, it's such a joy and a privilege to be here with you today to celebrate this extraordinary moment. Class of 2025, you've worked tirelessly to reach this day, and you've earned every bit of this celebration. Take a moment to pause, soak it in, because you did it. Today marks the culmination of years of rigorous study, clinical training, resilience, and unwavering dedication. From the very beginning, you embraced the spirit of pro humanitate, our guiding call to serve humanity with compassion, empathy, and integrity. And you've done more than just meet the requirements, you've inspired us all. Today, we're celebrating you, 78 outstanding graduates who've completed this rigorous and transformative journey, each one of you bringing unique talents and heart to our profession. Among you are 20 members of the Emerging Leaders Program. 12 of you earned a Master of Science in Management from the Wake Forest School of Medicine and earned a Master's of Science in the Study of Law in Wake Forest University School of Law even before entering the PA program, preparing you to navigate many complexities of modern healthcare. Others of you have pursued specialized certificates in mentorship, medical education, lifestyle medicine, narrative medicine, and wilderness medicine, and many of you have joined initiatives like the Ultrasound Interest Group, expanding your knowledge and service. From day one, you've shown an unwavering commitment to community. On your very first afternoon of orientation, you volunteered with organizations across Winston-Salem, and that spirit carried you through the years. You've served at the Deke Clinic, volunteered at the Foothills Free Medical Clinic in Wilkesboro, mentored pre-PA students at Winston-Salem State and Appalachian State, inspired high school students in classroom visits and career fairs, and even reached young children through health and safety programs and STEM events. You've served as peer tutors, class officers, and represented Wake Forest University PA studies at state and national conferences, advocating for the future for profession at the highest levels. How amazing. This year, the program has also really reached a special milestone as we inducted into the Bowman Gray Society for the first time, 50 years of achievement. Folks that graduated from the program 50 years ago, reminding us all of the very distinguished legacy you now join as graduates of one of the very finest and oldest PA programs in the nation. But beyond the impressive numbers and accomplishments, what defines your class is your resilience, your joy, and your extraordinary sense of community. So as you step forward, I want to remind you of something vital. You have a North Star. That North Star is your deep sense of purpose, your humanity, your commitment to serve. That's what led you here, and it's going to carry you forward. Trust that North Star and follow it. Let it lead you to treat every patient with dignity and compassion. Let it remind you that differences are not obstacles, that they're opportunities to listen, to learn, and to lift one another up. In the words of poet Lucille Clifton, may you be blessed with the strength to see what is right and the courage to do it. And in the additional timeless wisdom of Dr. Maya Angelou, just do right. It sounds simple, but it's profound. Doing what's right is not always easy. It may not always be convenient, and sometimes no one's watching, but you do it anyway because it matters. With that foundation, as you move forward, I want you to really dig into your future. Be curious, be bold, build deep connections with everyone that you work with and your patients. Challenge yourself every day to make healthcare more compassionate, more just, and more innovative. The road ahead won't always be smooth, but you are definitely ready. You're ready to heal, to serve, to lead, and to transform lives. So on behalf of the entire Wake Forest University community, I offer my very heartfelt congratulations on your accomplishments. We are so proud of you. We believe in you, and we can't wait to see the extraordinary things that you'll be doing in the future. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you.
Good evening, friends, family, and most importantly, the class of 2025. My name is Lauren Iadiel, and I'm an assistant professor in the Department of PA Studies, and I'm honored to introduce our commencement speaker, PA Allie Wilson. Allie Thompson Wilson is the lead APP in emergency general surgery at Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist here in Winston-Salem. Her journey to becoming a PA was inspired by a personal experience with severe asthma. Instead of allowing adversity to define her, she used her experience to motivate her to her goals of becoming a PA. Her accolades are many, but to highlight a few, Ms. Wilson has presented at multiple national conferences, served on the board of the North Carolina Association of PAs and the Piedmont Association of PAs. She is a beloved preceptor of innumerable Wake PA students and was named Preceptor of the Year not only by Wake PA students in 2019, but nationally recognized as Preceptor of the Year by the American Academy of PAs and PA Education Association in 2023. Most notably, Ms. Wilson is known by her students and patients as an exemplar in delivering excellent, patient-centered, and compassionate care. I had one of her mentees and former students review this introduction, and her response was, "It's impossible to encapsulate Allie in an introduction, but I was competent." So, please give a warm welcome to Miss Allie Wilson.
To our distinguished faculty, honored guests, devoted families and friends, and most importantly, to the graduating class of 2025, thank you for inviting me to share in this incredible moment. Whether your journey here was direct or took a few unexpected turns, just take a moment, let it all sink in. You are here because of the countless hours you've studied, the time you gave up with your loved ones, and the sacrifices you made along the way. You have reshaped your priorities, postponed personal dreams, and endured discomfort in pursuit of a calling. And today, you've made it. Congratulations. Vince Lombardi once said, "I firmly believe that any man's finest hour, the greatest fulfillment of all that he holds dear, is that moment when he has worked his heart out in a good cause and lies exhausted on the field of battle, victorious. Becoming a physician assistant is that kind of cause. It is without question the greatest job in the world, because when you're doing it right, it doesn't feel like work." Now, you might be shaking your heads thinking how quickly I've forgotten the thousands of hours spent studying, the patient cases, the seemingly endless exams, the sleepless nights, the caffeine highs, and the sacrifices you made to get to this day. I haven't. I remember them vividly, especially the day I graduated from PA school and the first day I walked into a hospital as a licensed PA. Even now, a decade later, I can still feel the weight and the thrill of those moments. Those days were filled with pride, anxiety, joy, self-doubt, excitement, exhilaration, and relief. And just like I did, you will soon realize that graduation is not the end of your journey, but the start of a much greater one. For the past 10 years, I've served in emergency general surgery. I have cared for thousands of patients, young and old, rich and poor, from every background you can imagine. What unites them all is this: each person stands before you in their most vulnerable moment, entrusting you with their life. That trust is sacred. It is not something that you earn through exam scores or clinical evaluations. It is something you honor through presence, through empathy, through humility. To care for someone means seeing him or her first as a person, not a diagnosis. It means listening, not just hearing. It means holding space for fear, confusion, and hope, frequently all at the same time. It means sometimes having difficult conversations when your voice shakes and your heart races. But it also means remembering what a privilege it is to walk alongside someone in their time of need. I know this not only as a PA, but also as a patient, and as the daughter, sister, and friends of patients. There's no more humbling place to be than dependent on someone else, and there's no greater honor than being that person for someone else. As PAs, we are uniquely positioned to offer that presence, that knowledge, and that humanity all at once. Mark Twain said, "Find your passion, and you'll never work a day in your life." That quote has never felt truer than on my hardest days. Those days when I've delivered bad news, worked hours past my shift, skipped meals, or hit dead ends on a treatment plan. But even then, especially then, Twain's words resonate. I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm answering a calling. I wish I could tell you the hardest days are behind you, but they aren't. The hardest days are still ahead, but those days will shape you in ways that books and classrooms never could. They will remind you why you chose this path, and more importantly, why it chose you. So with that, I challenge each of you. Reflect on what brought you here today. Think of the moments in your life that sparked your passion, your own medical experiences, your mentors and influential people in your life who pushed you forward, the providers who helped you or someone you loved. And then look for all those same moments in the eyes of every patient you will care for. You have already have the grit, the drive, the discipline, the self-motivation, and the intellectual curiosity. That is how you arrived to this day. What will matter most moving forward is your capacity for humility, kindness, awareness, compassion, constant curiosity, and intrigue. Be willing to know more about your patient than you think necessary. Listen when your gut tells you something seems or is off. Ask questions when you are unsure. Pursue learning like your patients' lives depend on it, because they do. Go into work every day committed to learning something new. Embrace the unknown. Welcome discomfort as a sign of personal growth. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Do one thing every day that scares you." And no, simply being a new PA doesn't count. As you prepare for boards, sign your job offers, pack up your homes and apartments, and start this next chapter, pause and reflect over these few years. Celebrate the triumphs, the tribulations, and the investments that got you here. You will draw on these moments again and again. And remember, far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to do work, hard at work, work that is worth doing. Theodore Roosevelt probably didn't have the PA profession in mind when he said that, but I believe he captured its spirit perfectly. So to the class of 2025, go forward with courage, lead with compassion, and never forget you are new stewards and guardians of the most sacred gift, human life. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Allie, for that beautiful, beautiful speech and that powerful, powerful advice. Good evening, everyone, esteemed graduates, faculty, staff, family, and friends. I'm Michelle Gillespie, and I'm the provost here at Wake Forest. I'm delighted to be here in Waite Chapel with you this evening on behalf of the university, and I offer you my warmest congratulations. Today marks a major, major milestone in your academic and professional journey, one that reflects years of perseverance, purpose, and profound dedication. You should take tremendous pride in what you have achieved. We gather this evening to celebrate your success and the many sacrifices that made it possible. You have balanced rigorous academic and clinical training with the demands of daily life. Through early mornings, long rotations, and moments of uncertainty, you remained committed to your calling, to heal, to advocate, and to serve. Already, many of you are making meaningful contributions to patient care, to clinical practice, and to the broader health system. And some among you are preparing to lead with compassion and clarity in hospitals, clinics, and communities across the country. We're deeply honored to have accompanied you on this part of your journey. As you move forward, may you continue to draw strength from the knowledge, empathy, and skill you've cultivated here. These are the tools that will allow you to touch and transform countless lives. Congratulations, and thank you so much for choosing a path of such profound impact. I now invite Dean Boulware to please join me for the conferral of the degrees.
Will the candidates for Master of Medical Science degree please stand? Provost Gillespie, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Medicine, it is with pleasure that I present these candidates for the degree of Master of Medical Science to you for the conferral of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees, upon the recommendation of Dean Boulware and faculty of the School of Medicine, and upon successful completion of all degree requirements, I confer upon you the degree of Master of Medical Science.
Wonderful. We've now reached the moment in our program where we will be investing our degree candidates with the university's hood. I call upon Sobia Husseini, Assistant Professor and Director of Admissions and Strategic Recruitment, Department of PA Studies, who will lead this part of our program.
Hello, graduates. My name is Sobia Husseini, and it's my distinct honor and privilege to be able to call your names today. The last time I called each of your names was during your admissions interview day. Now you stand before us as leaders, ready to shape the PA profession. Elizabeth Ann Ashley. Lorenzo Bayuga. Daryl Beecham. Blake David Bloomfield, graduating with distinction. Brandon Ellis Bolton. Addison Grace Butler, graduating with distinction. Ilea Cartagena. Andy Samuel Chen. Diana Nicole Cheney. Michaela Grace Christian. Cole Cebu, graduating with distinction. Kayla Nicole Clark. Connor Michael Cloco Curtin, graduating with distinction. Jillian Marie Danielson. Abigail Jane Donnellan, graduating with distinction. Gabrielle S. Dufour. Kendra K. Dumsky. Jasmine Rose Issa. Alexandria Ficaro, graduating with distinction. English Kincaid Flaherty. Liam Carlos Forstein. Maggie Carolina Gebauer, graduating with distinction. Kelsey Elizabeth Gracios. Paulina Cherkez Hartley. Shachi Hegde. Jessica Nicole Hopper. Erin Elizabeth Howard. Caitlin Samantha Jenkins. Kyle Jonas, graduating with distinction. Isabella Callow. Juliet Morgan Kelly, graduating with distinction. Miriam Carbot, graduating with distinction. Elizabeth Marie Kitzlar, graduating with distinction. Amoli Kotari. Jennifer Michelle Labrano. Josephine Maria Menino, graduating with distinction. Madison Massey. Danielle Grace McManus. Catherine Ann Miller, graduating with distinction. Gannon Neil Millsaps. Rachel Mormon, graduating with distinction. Molly Catherine Moran. Erin Nicole Morkin. Janaris Munoz Feliciano. Abigail Jane Murphy. Michelina Edith Nardoni. Kirsten Ann Rebecca Buslinger Ornelas. Vandana Padmaraju. Erin Renee Palmer. Olivia Pelaez. Marissa Simone Petrie. Thea Marie Flum. Madison Geneva Phillips. Charlotte Juliana Plain. Rebecca Kate Prettyman, graduating with distinction. Lauren Rach. Samantha Roberts Yance. Cameron Bailey Sheffield, graduating with distinction. Grace Ann Simmons. Emily Paige Simonson, graduating with distinction. Amari Shahid Smith. Parker Smith. June Sohn. Sarah Elizabeth Stim. Elizabeth Marie Maximiliana Strom. Justin Andrew Suarez. Megan Christine Swintoski, graduating with distinction. Antoine Trent. Catherine Laura Trovato. Sharanya Sunil Uchil. Ashley Dawn Vines Ivy. Samantha D. White, graduating with distinction. Taylor Nicole Wilson. Caroline Kamen Womack. Deja D. Wright. Chelsea A. Wilder. Hannah Victoria Zimmer. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2025.
You're not excited, are you? Yes? I love that. I want to welcome everyone to this joyous occasion and the wonderful rowdiness and smiles that I see. I have really missed these smiles and laughter and fun, okay, this last year. But I know you're very happy for this wonderful day to have finally arrived. You know, and the sun is really shining, the sky is blue, and that is a great omen. Yes, I tell you. So I do want to take this opportunity to congratulate the class of 2025 and just tell you how proud I am of all of you and all the things that you have accomplished in these 2 years. I'm really excited to call you my colleagues and, wait for it, prospective future Wake PA clinical preceptors. We'll give you about a year, and then we'll be calling you. Okay, all right, great. So I would like the class of 2025 to stand and join me in reciting the PA oath that's located in your program. I know the audience would love to hear your strong, proudful voices in reading this special professional oath that will follow you during your many successes as a PA. Okay, you ready? I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, and non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities, limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will express my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties I pledge are sincere and upon my honor. Great. And if the class of 2025 will remain standing, please, as I share with you my very special tradition to send you off on a successful professional and personal journey. You may be seated now. I would like to introduce one of our stellar Wake PA alums and Catherine Anderson Society presidents from the class of 2022, Effie Spears Thompson, PAC. She currently practices with the MUSC Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine team in Chester, South Carolina, and is a member of the inaugural Wake PA Alumni Board. She's here to deliver the charge to alumni. Please welcome Effie Spears Thompson.
It was not too long ago that I sat in the very seats where you're sitting today. The wide variety of emotions I remember feeling that day were overwhelming. Pride, nostalgia, excitement, passion. But maybe the biggest emotion I had of all was absolute fear. Fear at the upcoming task of caring for my own patients and guiding their medical decision-making, a task that seemed immensely daunting to me. Now that we got that out of the way, you might be expecting me to say, it's easier than you think. Let me burst your bubble. Being a PA is one of the hardest things I have the privilege of doing. But don't let me scare you off. It is hard, but you have already proven that you can do hard things. With each week that you have survived PA school, you have proved your resilience. When I was first asked to give the Charge to Alumni speech, my first thought was, wow, are you sure you want to ask me? But then, of course, I was so excited, and I went home and I told my husband with my mixed emotions of doubt and excitement, and he looked at me and said, that's amazing, but no offense, why did they ask you? But in that moment, I paused to reflect. I thought because I'm young, I'm incapable of sharing wisdom, and I'm unqualified to do so with you. I reflected on my career so far, and I realized that I've been able to accomplish some pretty cool things. Which leads me to my next point. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the term imposter syndrome. For those of you who are blessed and maybe don't know in the room, imposter syndrome is defined as a, quote, psychological phenomenon which is defined as where individuals experience pervasive feelings of self-doubt and lack of confidence despite having evidence of their achievements. It's when you bomb a quiz or an exam, so you question your entire decision to pursue being a PA. It's when you knock on a patient exam room door and the feelings of doubt or nerves rush through your mind. It's when a nurse asks you a question that you know the answer to because you stayed up all night studying it, but you second guess yourself before answering anyways. We have all been there, especially me, with the whole exam and quiz thing. I'm looking at you, pharmacology. But that's just the thing. You have prepared your entire lives for this moment, from the pre-PA school clinical hours to studying obscenely and somehow necessary amounts of hours during didactic year, to prepping for each patient encounter and surgical procedure on rotations. You deserve to be here, sitting among your classmates and family and friends, feeling proud. I will say to some small extent, maybe imposter syndrome is healthy, right? To have that nagging thought of, I could do this better or I could learn this better. But what I want you to remember is you have passed the test, metaphorically and literally. Wake Forest selected you and brought you to this program to build on the virtues and values you already possessed as a person and craft you into a critically thinking, compassionate, and thoughtful provider. You may be leaving these doors as new grad PAs, but never underestimate the impact that you can and will have. Your personal growth up until this point will help you succeed as you continue on your journey. Your resilience and momentum will propel you as you develop yourself further. Even though you still have a lot to learn, you have demonstrated that you have the necessary ingredients to provide high-quality, compassionate patient care. If you were like me, sitting in this ceremony, feeling terrified for what's to come, I urge you to pause and reflect. Actually, I want us to do this as an exercise together. Seriously, humor me for a minute. I want the graduates all to close your eyes. No cheating. I want you to think of a strong patient encounter you had while on rotations. Why was it a memorable patient experience? What did you learn from that encounter? How will it shape your future patient engagements? Open your eyes. Acknowledge your growths and strengths that you have mastered so far in patient care. You will continue to craft your skills. Acknowledge all of the emotions that you are feeling. You will encounter obstacles as a new grad that you have not encountered before. We as PAs have agreed to a career of lifelong learning. How empowering it is to be a part of a profession where we must constantly reflect and we must constantly push the boundaries of our learning. The legacy of being a Wake Forest PA alum has a reputation that precedes itself. We are a part of a program rooted in history, excellence, and innovation. You now are a part of this fierce tradition of excellence. It's normal to feel overwhelmed with the responsibility of what's to come. I would dare say it's normal, to a certain extent, to doubt yourself on if you are up for this challenge. Caring for patients is something that should not be taken on lightly, but must be approached with humility. My charge to you as our newest alumni is to embrace the roller coaster of emotions that it means to be a PA, but also leave your fears and self-doubt in the past. Have the confidence needed to boss up your patient encounters, but have the humility needed to gain the respect from your patients. Know that you are prepared, but embrace the unknown. Challenge yourself and your learning every day, but ask for help when needed. Get involved in your community and give back when you can, but also take care of yourself in the process. That one's important. And as I wrap up today, know that no matter where your emotions are currently, whether you are scared or excited or for anything in between, be proud of yourself and your achievement so far. Do not fall into the trap of imposter syndrome. Remind yourself of your accomplishments and also remind yourself of your potential. There are patients out there who don't even know yet how lucky they will be to have you. Remind yourself of that. Go and care for them the best way you know how. Go and be fearless.
It's the first time in 2 years that's happened. I'm just going to soak that up for a minute. What she said. Thank you for those words. Class 2025, you've done it. You've graduated from the Wake Forest PA program. Take a minute just to soak this all in, this moment, the excitement. Today is about you. All of this is for you. Think about what they have told you tonight, the messages they have all shared, invaluable. You're going to need those in the future. You see, you're about to have a big lifestyle change as you walk out this door and start your career. Your entire lives have been about constant change. Think back to high school. Every year, new classes, new teachers, new classmates. Next year, change it up. You go to college. Every semester completely different. Sometimes the day's different. Early morning labs, evening classes, studying, slightly different every day. New semester, completely new professors, completely new classmates. You come to PA school, we keep the tradition going. Unit 1, wow. Labs, lectures. You move on to Unit 2, IBL, this completely new idea. Working in small groups, one faculty member, specific organ systems. As soon as you get comfortable, new unit, new students, new organ system, new professor. Move on to clinical year. Every 4 weeks, something new. A new site, a new drive to work, a new place trying to find a parking spot. Where do you go? New patients, new chief complaints, new preceptors, always changing. But as you walk out the door today, you're going to start a routine. It's going to be new. In the beginning, it's exciting. The alarm goes off, hit the alarm, go make your coffee, feed the dog, make your breakfast, drive to work, find a parking place, walk in, greet everyone you see, sit down at your desk full of excitement as you pull up your patient list and look at it with anxious curiosity. What's today going to bring? After weeks, months, years, you start to get into this routine. Alarm clock, done, coffee's preset, feed the dog, eat breakfast, drive to work, park, walk in, sit at your computer, look at your patient list. Same chief complaints as yesterday. Same as the ones last week. Same as the ones last month. It starts to wear off. Then all of a sudden it gets to this like alarm clock, hit it, drive to work. Do I remember driving to work? Where did I park? You walk past everybody, you sit down, and you pull up your list of patients, your chief complaints. You're just like, you know what? I should see less patients. They should pay me more money. Traffic is getting worse. I don't like to drive to work anymore. It's the same thing. And in that moment is where you start to get stinky cheese syndrome. All right? Have you ever heard of Limeburger cheese? Limeburger cheese is the stinkiest thing on the planet. There's not a word to describe it. It's like those stinky cheese syndromes, like walking into the grocery store, going over to the cheese section. It's a soft cheese. Sticking your fingers right in the middle and just smearing some right underneath your nose. Right? And you're going to walk over to the flower section and pick up a rose and go, stinks. You go to the coffee section, everything stinks. You go to the chocolate section, everything stinks. To everyone else, they say, you have stinky cheese in your face. But the problem is you, not them. All you need to do is take the cheese off your face. How do you do that? All these messages tonight. Think back to this moment. It's your patient. They're the ones who help you take your cheese off. They're the ones who give you joy in this profession. They're the reason you're doing this. The patient who comes in today is not the same as the patient who came in yesterday or last week or last month. They're coming to you vulnerable with a story they want you to listen to. Take your time, listen to your patient. They will bring you the joy you need to get through the stinky cheese syndrome. We are all so proud of you and all that you have done. It's been an amazing few years. We've thoroughly enjoyed watching you grow up, and we're so excited to call you our colleagues. Congratulations for all you have done. and welcome to the PA profession.
It's hard to follow stinky cheese. See, I'm back here somewhere. Okay. Graduating class, please rise for this blessing. So here we go. As you begin your practice of medicine, may your hands and hearts be guided by wisdom and compassion. May you meet challenging situations with integrity, with humility, and may your professional oaths and your personal values be a source of grounding and resiliency. And finally, may your commitment to healing action reflect all that is good and wholesome in you and in this world. We need you. And so in conclusion of this commencement ceremony, go forth and may your spirit shine. Congratulations.